Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? We are going to start right away. I would just want to welcome everyone. Ife Doyin you welcome, ma. Charity Cushion, you welcome. And we have the first session we are showing us is from the pig farm. This first session will be showing us the opportunities around the pig farm. For people that have invested in the pig, you'll be able to ask questions as well. And the section will be able to show us some of the things that has been done so far in this session. For other people will be joining us. Some people will be watching through the YouTube platform. Those ones too, if you have questions, we'll be able to pick your questions from there. Also for the Zoom session here, if you have questions, we'll be able to pick from it as well. So we want to welcome you. Stay tuned. Just give us some few minutes while we start from our own end. Thank you. All right. Hi everyone. We are live at the pig farm, and we want to welcome everybody to this uh, first episode of the farm visit. We want to show us all the opportunities in the pig farm, and we have here Mr. Dare is here. Let me put this on a spotlight for everyone to see. Okay, nice. Okay, hope you can see us now. Okay, nice. So, this is Mr. Dare, the co-founder of Remote Agric, and I'm Dayo, the CEO of Remote Agric. So we just start recording right away from here as well. All right, welcome to Remote Agric Farm Visit. And on this platform, this is a virtual visit for everyone joining us across the globe. Thank you for partnering with Remote Agric to ensure that we solve the problem of food insecurity in Africa. And in Remote Agric, we launch with own a pig farm remotely and own a yam farm remotely. So let me welcome Dare Oludare Budashiru to say one or two things as we start today.
Well, yes, thank you very much for joining us from all around the globe. Like Dayo rightly said, here at Remote Agric, we are committed to doing the work, okay, different from other people who have done something similar to what we are currently doing. We know you guys have seen a lot of crowdfunding platforms where people have tried to take advantage of the agricultural sector, but not really connecting the front end with the back end. You know, like Dio said, I am Oludare Mudashiru. I am currently the Chief Operations Officer at Remote Agric. Basically, I'm just a farmer. All right. Simply put, I'm just a farmer. Uh, I'm into crop production, I'm into livestock production, and I also work with the small older farmers to try to aggregate the farmers so that we can bring the farmers together while also solving the front end challenge, which Dio is doing fantastically well with. Anytime you have to see me in Lagos, which is our main, main head office. The organization always have to pull me out of the field. But I had to tell the organization that no, you can't keep doing that all the time, pulling me out of the field. We would like you to also come and see what we are doing on the field. Hence, the challenges we've been having with technicalities, technical setup, because it's an off-grid thing. As we're speaking right now, we are on all of the network possible. We're just switching in between all of the network. And of course, that's also part of the challenges that we will try and see how we could solve, because we want all our people, all our subscribers, all our investors, all our off-takers to be able to monitor what is also happening on the field. Because this is where the missing link is. People are interested in coming into the agricultural space. People are interested in coming into the agricultural sector. But there's a whole lot, there's a gamut of problems or challenges that needs to be resolved before people can really, do what they really want to do. But we at Remote Agric, we are committed to ensuring that, one at a time, we keep solving this problem. And that is why we have decided to ensure that you are not just doing this without seeing exactly what the issues are, without seeing exactly what the challenges are, without seeing exactly where your investment is directly being connected to. All right. And that's why we have organized this farm visit. Regardless of the challenges, we are hell-bent on taking advantage of the agricultural sector, putting things right, bringing some level of formality into this absolutely informal sector. And of course, we know it's going to be a lot of work for us to do, but we are truly committed to it because we are hands-on people. All right. So I'm sure our guys are still trying to fix. I mean, this particular position, this particular location we are, is where we have the strongest network connectivity on the farm at the moment. And so, but the camera guys are working assiduously to try and bring the farmer on so that you can have a better view of what the farm looks like, especially for our own a pig farm subscribers, and also for the potential own a pig farm subscriber. You are going to be hearing a whole lot today. And during subsequent visit as well, because this is just the start. This is just the beginning. So just hang in there, hang in there. Don't be in a hurry. Remote Agric is going to take you on a journey, on a ride of a lifetime. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. We are set now for the main session on the pig farm. And very soon, you are going to be seeing uh, the pig farm and every other thing, conversation around pig. So this first session is conversation around pig, and that's what we are going to start with. So as we do that, stay tuned while we get other people to come on board. So if you have questions, don't wait till we are done. Type it in the meeting chat. We'll be able to ask you. If you are watching live on YouTube, just type your questions. We'll be able to do that for you.
All right, thank you very much for staying tuned. And we're sorry about all the glitches and pitches. We are now live and we are ready to roll. I'm still Oluda Shiru, Chief Operations Officer, Remote Agric. And here this morning, we are at the pig farm where we have our chief host. He's going to have to introduce himself and also introduce the farm this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Olayo.
All right, so you have heard him, Oluwaseun, and he's the CEO at the Agric International Limited. And you are into livestock production, right? So why did you decide to choose pig farming apart from every other opportunity that are available within the livestock production? I mean, you have people who raise chicken, you have people who are into aquaculture, you have people who are into cattle rearing and the like. Of course, we know you are doing other things, even in livestock. We know you're doing goats, doing chicken, but majorly, this farm is set up majorly for people. Why did you choose people?
When we look at what we do, every nation is a shortage of meat. And the only livestock that can give us that meat required, I think the one we can get time, is pig. It is pig that can give you quick meat, okay, quick money.
So it's pig that can give you quick meat and quick money. Of course, I'm sure the people who are raising broilers chicken would argue with you that if you are saying it's pig that can give you quick meat, but broilers chicken too can give you quick meat. So what is the difference between broilers and raising?
Thank you. Raising broiler and raising in pig, you may have a little land,
Okay, space.
a little space.
Yes.
You know, in this broilers we are talking about,
Yeah.
they need to have the right quantity you will use as a farmer in commercial.
Okay.
You need a lot of space.
Okay.
But in piggery, you don't need too much. You don't need too much of space to do that. If you have a one pig, in the next 6 months, you can have at least maybe 12 with just one.
With just one
pregnant pig, it can multiply in 6 months. And multiply to be 12.
All right. We will come to that point. Because when you said that as a nation, we have issues with the shortage of meat. Our protein intake as a people. In fact, it's confirmed that people can Google it and they could check it, fact check it. Africa is not doing well with respect to protein intake. And when you talk about Africa, Nigeria being the country with the largest population in Africa is having challenges with protein intake. And of course, meat is something that has not become a luxury food item. And that's why we what is doing, especially around security. You chose pig over all the other livestock. Tell us about it and your choice of pig.
Actually, I first started with goats in my house. So The inspiration comes to fully embark on this project. When I Google search all over, I do all the
Feasibility studies.
the one that is I see that can bring that fast result is pig. It's pig. The result of maybe incomes or to give out to people, it is pig.
So I need you to pick that fact. I need you to pick that fact that even the choice that Remote Agric made, now you are beginning to understand the strategic reason why Remote Agric, we are still going to be doing so much in livestock. And I mean, you can bet us on that. Even our farmer is going to be, you will see, I'm sure, if network permits us, you will see the place where the goats are being raised, you see where chicken are being raised. But on this same farm, we have fish ponds. On this same farm, so you can be sure our decision at the Remote Agric to solving the problem in a pragmatic manner is absolutely strategic. We haven't gone after a farmer who doesn't know more than one thing. All of the farmers that we have onboarded on our platform are farmers that can give us on multiple. Now, you said that you did your research. Yes. Now, when you found out that time and now, how has it been?
I can do it. Even the people I can see categorically organs, I see they are my organs. Today, most of them are coming back and say, how do you do it? How do you go about it? Buy animal from us to go and apply it to their own farm. So it has been a fantastic journey for us. It is very good. It is one thing to know what you are doing. It is another thing not to know it at all. So when we are starting, I started by looking for knowledge, study more. I did not really study agriculture, both in secondary school or whatever. The only thing I can say I gained is staying with my grandparents. But when I sit down, I look at it that where are we going in this? What are we going the way we are doing things? Everything all of us are looking after is money. If we come to a time that this thing we need it, when I look back and I study that what is exactly things I can do. So I choose animal husbandry, and I stand on pigs.
Now, as a livestock farmer, what have been the challenges that you have had as a livestock farmer from when you started, either with raising goats? I know you do chicken. I know that very well. You do goats. You do turkey. You have ponds, and of course, the major. What have been your challenges of doing it?
That is serious, Phil.
Let us feel the seriousness.
And you know one thing, I'm working in a company before.
Okay.
That is when I started with goats.
Okay. So you were an employee when you were raising goats.
When I was raising goats. And the objective then was that when I raise and we have party, I can easily
take
one. I don't need to buy it again.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we do.
So that was just subsistence.
Just to
Subsistence farming.
So along the line, you have two goats before you come back from work. One is gone.
Dead.
One is gone. So the technical know-how from the start was not there. Was not there. So I used the goats. Let me say I used the goats as the experiment. So by the time I was fully involved in this piggery, so I used that to
leverage. Leverage on the experience of raising goats.
Yes.
In piggery.
So the what I would say the major problem.
Yeah, the challenges
is knowledge, financial aspect of it.
Okay.
And the environmental issue. Okay. It is key. You are learning. You are raising goats in your house. Your neighbor will be shouting. Your goat is shouting. Is disturbing. You are being pig in your house. Your neighbor will be talking. Even with the level we are now, I can raise pig here. Okay, as we are here.
Yes. It's fun. It's not even smelling. I can't feel it. It's not. We don't mind us. So if I probably say okay, because we are used to it.
If you get here, you can eat here.
You can eat.
It's like somebody going to Baba Obasanjo's toilet. You know, those people, if you go into their toilet, you can say you want to be sleeping there. So our own, there's no smelling, nothing like smell here. So and you know, this religious issue, the religious issue is there too, because people are not ready to eat pork. Not ready to eat pork. They have told them, inside the pork, there is one sickness. If you get to your body, you may be able to die. The tally of the Odin. When you are under a tree, they are telling you stories. Our own here, we see them every month. Every month, they receive treatment like human beings. Our animals receive treatment like human beings. So now, back to your question.
Yes.
That the problem,
the challenges,
the challenges to the drugs we are using.
Okay.
The one we are buying 500 naira before, it's now almost 3,000, 4,000 plus. And we must give them. In Nigeria, there's no much vaccine.
Okay.
Which we supposed to be vaccinating the animals. Pig has their own.
They have their vaccine.
So we don't have.
So anytime you are buying at a very expensive price.
These are the problems. And the availability of getting money to buy food in bulk. Because piggery, the major problem of piggery is not the roof, it's not the building. It's can you feed them? You should be able to feed them like you are feeding even your children at home may not eat.
They can't eat as much as because these ones are producing the food.
Yes.
And you have to produce it.
They have one paying their school fees. They are the one paying their school fees. So they must eat. So if their food is not okay for them, they will.
From the cost of production comes down. Bulk buying, you can see. And for those of our viewers who are subscribers, are investors, that if you remember the January seminar, the January webinar that we had, you remember that we were trying to deal with the 10 major challenges in the agricultural sector. Remember, of the points we raised then was bulk buying as a means of solving the problem for the farmers. And you can hear it again now today from another farmer who is telling us that bulk buying is a major issue. That once the farmer can buy in bulk, he will definitely crash the cost of operation. Now, the implication of auto buying in bulk is also the availability of finance. And now you can understand why Remote Agric is talking about raising farmers who are doing the work remotely. Urban professionals, young professionals who are looking at different sectors where they can engage, who are looking for sectors that can take in investment. Of course, in agriculture, we need patient funds. We need patient funds. Of course, the ROI is another discussion for another day. But the truth of the matter is, if we can bring in enough patient fund into the agricultural sector, I can tell you the ROI is amazing and it's also very guaranteed. Now, my chief, my oga is my oga when it comes to pig. This is my oga. And so, you have mentioned challenges within the sector, challenges of finance, challenges of feedstock, especially food. Can you even give us an idea of some of the list of the food that you buy that these animals eat? For human being, you talk about food stuff. What are those food stuff that you have to mix in their kitchen? Because I know they have their own kitchen too. In some of the network, I would have taken you to their kitchen where their food is prepared. Once the food is being prepared, they have a way of responding to their organ. Can you give us a list of, like, as much as you can remember? Give us a rundown. When you are talking about, give us a rundown of that list.
Thank you. You see, most people believe you can give pig anything you like to eat. But the truth is, pig eat like us, human beings. They eat what we eat. Number one, maize. Soya bean, cassava. This
Soya beans for protein.
Yes, soya beans for protein.
Cassava for carbohydrates.
Maize for carbohydrates.
Maize for carbohydrates and some protein too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just use this refined production from palm kernel to mix it for them. We call it PKC.
Okay, palm kernel cake. PKC is palm kernel cake. PKC. Palm kernel cake.
So that one with this beauty waste.
Okay.
After they have taken
what they call beauty waste can also be called spent grain. Spent grain. That comes from
we must use our local.
Oh, okay, sorry, but because we know we have global audience. Spent grain, and they come from it's a byproduct from the beauty process. All right.
After they take away their beers or the
malts, whatever.
They
are spent grain.
They sold it to us. So that's part of it.
So you have mentioned maize, you have mentioned cassava, you have mentioned soya beans,
yes.
You have mentioned PKC, that's palm kernel cake.
Yes.
Now you are now mentioning beauty waste. Okay, good.
So you can give them plantain too.
Okay, plantain.
They like it too.
But plantain is expensive.
That's what we are saying. No, see, when you are raising all these animals, it's just like what they taught us in the computer.
Okay. Garbage.
It's what you give them, they give you.
Okay.
Like the one we arranged 7 months of.
7 months of
investment.
You can hear the 7 months
is
cycle.
If you retain it and you give them what it takes to give them. That's 100 kg we are talking about. We shoot up. We shoot up.
So if you give them what you are supposed to give them, full fat soya, not ordinary soya.
Not ordinary soya. You put full fat soya, you mix together. Or you can just leave all those one aside and go for the finished goods of animal chicken feed.
Oh, so you mean you can even give pigs chicken feed?
They love it too.
So they love chicken feed.
Very good.
So we can decide to say, okay, as a farm, we are not interested in doing too much problem. We just want to give our own pigs chicken feed.
If you have the money.
If we have the money. Oh, we have question on the group. Okay, don't worry. You fill us with the question. We'll find a way to deal with that. So please go on. We will answer all your questions. Don't worry. We'll answer all your questions. So you said we can decide to do chicken feed.
We can decide to buy finished product of chicken feed.
Okay.
To feed them.
To feed them.
To reduce the cost, you can just mix with either dairy waste or with soya with palm kernel cake.
Well, yes. You know, when you came into this sector, when you came into this business, and we had a question on the platform where somebody said, and I was coming to that. So it's just as if you checked my book and you picked the question and you've asked, so I'll quickly ask that question so that you can get response. When you decided to come into the sector, like how much did you use to start the business?
That was 2018. 2018. I think I built the first building I built then was around 800,000.
Okay. No, just the building.
Just the building.
The first part of the building.
Yeah, they are not this.
Not all. Yeah.
I started from that side.
Before we moved here.
So the building alone, not the land though. The building alone is 800,000. Yeah.
A smaller space.
Yes.
Not
that can contain
this bigger space that we're talking about.
Three Mama, after some months that we deliver and
the farm expanded almost immediately.
Let me say 3 multiplied by
maybe 10. 3 multiplied by 10.
Yeah, so that's 30.
Now 30 piglets.
Contain there. That's the 2 rooms. So 800 with the animal I bought them. It's around there. I bought one pregnant animal there.
Yeah.
80,000.
But pregnant animal now would be probably how much?
If I'm selling from
my
farm.
Listen very well.
If I'm selling from my farm, pregnant animal will go as, if you are my friend, my family, I can give you 400,000.
So ROI, mark that very well. Patient fund, 2018, 1 pregnant pig, 80K. 2025, 1 pregnant pig, 400K. All right. I'm not going to talk about crypto. I'm not going to talk about Forex. This is what I know. This is what we do. This is what Remote Agric knows. And you can begin to do your maths. All right. So,
and sorry.
No, yes, I just I'm sorry. I
thought our audience knows that this is not, like I said, this is not the animal that just caught grass to feed.
Yeah. So pigs don't eat.
You may heard from somewhere that it will tell you 150, 200. So that is difference.
Oh, okay. So you are talking about the species, the variety, the type of animal that it is, the way they've been raised, where they've been raised, the kind of feed they get, the kind of treatment they get. He had mentioned earlier vaccination. He has mentioned earlier monthly routine treatment. I know part of that monthly routine treatment, you talk about deworming the animal. You deworm them regularly.
Give them liver tonic.
Liver tonic.
In case that taking something that is not good.
Good.
That will plug their liver.
Exactly. So they're very strong. Of course, it said that pig liver happens to be one of the strongest liver when you talk about animals. that the liver of the pig is very strong. It can help a lot in detoxing. And now imagine when you now even help them with liver tonic to ensure that they are detoxing properly. Because these guys can eat, they can eat anything. But because we are particular about raising quality animal so that we can grow meat faster. I mean, talking about here in remote Agric, own a pig farm project, our production cycle is 7 months. So for us to be able to deliver in 7 months, you can be sure of what the input process is about. It's about quality, not just quantity. Now, talking about quality and not just quantity, when I came some few weeks back, we have those containers there, those heavy, like 2,000-liter containers, about 3 of them. And they were filled with stuff. What did you put in those containers? Because yesterday when we came, when the team from Lagos arrived, I told them, let's go for pre-farm visit. And we got to the farm only for us to find out that those containers that we see, they're almost empty. So what did you mix in there? And what happened to those containers in barely three to 4 weeks that they are almost empty? That's about 6,000 liters container there. If the camera can pick that from here.
2 are already empty.
2 are already empty.
And we will feed the second one.
Okay.
We will feed the second one, as you can see.
Yeah.
Already,
it's also almost.
What we put there is very straightforward. Something is very simple. We use PKC.
So it's where you have your concentrate.
Yes, we call it concentrate.
Okay, good.
PKC, corn brown, because we don't really have much time to get maize.
Maize.
So,
but if we have maize, it's better than corn.
No, it's baba.
It's better. Maize is baba.
It's baba.
Corn brown is
corn brown is from
younger brother of maize. So you can use corn brown when you don't have maize. But it's better to have maize.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. So,
but you know what that means? So it means if we want to always have maize, that is the guys are also telling us that yes, we prefer maize to corn brown. We prefer maize to corn brown. So remote Agric guys, on a pig farm, that's where you should put the stuff. All right. Raising pigs in 7 months, ensuring that we make Nigeria to be protein secure, ensuring that we are giving quality meat to our people. See, truth of the matter is, I'm a farmer. My brother, my co-founder of Remote Agric, is a farmer, but you know now, and we know the so. When you talk about raising meat, like my brother said earlier, meat from the pigs is faster. And relatively, sir, is it also cheaper? Let's look at it. Is raising meat from the pigs and raising meat from chicken, for example, which one is the cheapest? If we are to raise meat from chicken and to raise meat from pigs, if we are to compare it, which one is cheaper?
To raise them,
yes,
to market size.
To market size, of course, yes.
You can say chicken is cheaper. It's because it's just few.
Oh, okay.
What are you saying?
Okay, because if you are doing broiler,
if I have 10 pig and I have 10 broiler, are they going to eat the same thing?
No. But I think when you look at it in cumulative term, in average calculation, I think it's cheaper to raise pig.
Yes.
Because it's
with all the things I mentioned, you mix together to feed them. If you try it with chicken, you will blame yourself. You can't miss and miss and miss.
You can't miss and miss and miss.
No, for chicken.
Okay.
You give them that.
You must give them
that
what they must take. But with pig,
if you are going with corn, you go with corn. If you are not buying that
If you're not buying the
then
finished product,
then you give them corn.
Yes,
So
feed.
corn can give them whatever they need alone on their own. But this my people, you can't do that too. You need to balance it up.
So, well, as it is, if you compare the time frame for raising, you might be saying that it's cheaper. But truth of the matter is, we will tell you, it's more expensive to raise chicken than it is to raise pigs. All right, because you have to look at the rate of conversion, you have to look at the size, you have to look at the, you have to look at the components, what you are putting together. He said something earlier about the fact that maize can eat plantain. I was going to take him up on that as well, because if you look around this particular farm, I saw that he did a good job when he was setting up the farm. The rest of the unbuilt up area of the farm, he planted plantain all over the place. And what I was made to understand is that every part of that plantain that you can see, the whole stalk, once you have harvested your plantain, the remaining stalk, what can the pigs do to it?
It's eating, it's eating. It is food for them, it is medicine for them.
It is food for them and it is medicine for them. So if they eating actual plantain and the main plantain, if they are eating all the other things that are producing the plantain, it is still assumed that they are eating the plantain.
Yes.
So it is food for them.
It is food for them.
And it is
the strong, what do you call
the stalk.
It will kill the worm in them.
Okay.
It will reduce some fat.
Okay.
In them.
Okay.
So if you are giving them constantly, not as major food though.
Not as major food.
Not as major food though. Just like supplements. Maybe in the afternoon, you just look at them, they are sleeping, they are not disturbing you, or you just cut it and give it to them. If it is the leaf, they are good to go.
And if it's the stalk,
they
are also good to go. And I think the other thing about that stalk that I also observe is the fact that it has a lot of water.
Yes. And it is the water, when the water is inside, it's like the way we shoot sugarcane. It is only the water we take out of it, which is the one that we work in our system. So it is the water they are sucking that will do the work in their body.
So it's the water, the plantain stalk, the plantain stem in itself, like you've heard, is also food and is also medicine for the pigs. Well, if we are to now, we've talked about all the challenges, finance, food, can we try and talk about the opportunities in pig farming? I know that's where many of us are waiting for. Opportunities in pig farming. Can you just help us explain a little about the opportunities in pig farming?
I don't know
where to start.
I don't know what people really want to hear. Maybe it is the thousands we are making from it. They wanted to hear. But let me see. The first opportunity is that it bring employment to our immediate environment. In my farm, you can see I have a lot of workers sitting down, looking at us as we are doing. So the employment rate of this community now reduce a little bit because I have this farm here. People are working.
The unemployment rate.
The unemployment rate.
So the community has reduced.
Because I have people working with me morning and night.
Night.
They sleep here.
They live here.
They live here.
They live on the premises, all right? So that's another thing that we'll talk about at some other time.
So in the materials opportunity, look, we are only talking about eating. Do you know that the skin of pig is part of what they use for bulletproof? Goggle it. Goggle it. The skin.
They said we should fact check it. I
It's part of what they use for bulletproof. The pig.
Pig eyes. Their skin.
Yeah.
Please,
So
please check that. But I need for those of you who are online, I need you to fact check that. And before we are done with this transmission, give us some feedback on that. He just said something because we are now in the space that is mostly important, talking about opportunities in the pig farm business, so that you understand why Remote Agric have decided to be very strategic in our engagement. We chose the yam, and we decided again to choose the pigs. Why did we do that? And now we are coming to the crux of the matter. You've heard him. The first thing he said is employment. To run a pig farm that would meet our own target. Remote Agric's target is 5,000 kg. That is 5 tons every month. 5 tons every month brings us to about 60 tons a year at the current target. Not talking of 2026, 2027 target. So don't. Now, we are not talking about the opportunities. Employment opportunity. And it has also shown us industrial opportunity from raising pigs. Please go on, sir.
Oh,
bulletproof. Security matters.
From the pig,
yeah.
From what we talk about the industrial opportunity,
yeah.
the pork meat,
yeah.
that we are talking about. If we sit down and look at the gala we are eating, how many cows, how many fowl, how many that they have put together to be doing all these things. The secret is that they are using pork.
Part of it.
They are using, that's the reality. So the opportunity that is there, like what you just mentioned, there are how many tons we are going to produce in a year. This thing, when we are able to meet up and we are meeting the market target.
Yeah.
You know how many people that the
chain,
how many people that the people that will come,
the transporter to do inbound and outbound. Inbound, my knowledge specialist, I agree. Professor Pounds, I acknowledge. Inbound, that means bringing in all the inputs, transport, taking the animals out, transport, logistics. There's a lot in that space. And because everything that has to do with piggery is very bulky.
Bulky, was it the sheet? The fertilizer himself.
It's bulky. If you are bringing in maize to the farm, you are talking in tons. If you are bringing in cassava to the farm, you are talking in tons. If you are bringing in soya to the farm, you are talking in tons. So it's bulky. Transportation need is huge. Is there an opportunity? And imagine, somebody is already saying, how much benefit in terms of financial that comes to that subsector of that space. Okay, so we are looking at transportation as an opportunity. You are looking at employer benefits. What about the oil? The oil from fat. Can you also, is there?
I'm not really into that, but
okay.
I know they are extracting the oil.
Okay.
I don't know if we have people eating it very well. If you are cooking pork meat, you don't need to put too much water.
Okay.
If you don't put too much water, the oil itself will come out. It will make it done. Then you can take oil from there to fry it.
So you don't need to introduce oil?
No.
So I'm looking at the cost cutting benefits. Oh wow. The cost cutting benefits of raising pigs and actually eating pig or pork. Okay, so if I kill a pig now and I take my portion of the meat and I want to cook, I may not have to add water. I may just put it there. Because the animal was meant to. I'm sure you've also said this to me some time ago, that the pig itself has a percentage of the body of the pig itself is water. So that water is also there to help you to cook without adding water. Now he has now also added that you don't need to add oil. You don't need to add oil to make your pork ready for eating.
Your pork will give you oil.
It will give you the oil. You will use the oil. If you are the type that like to fry, you can use the pork to fry itself. And when you use the pork to fry itself, you can even harvest the oil. If you are the type, and because I know I have some people that like to even use the pork oil to cook. I have some people like that, so they don't even, those ones don't even buy oil at all. As long as they will always cook pork, they will always have oil to cook. And if it's well flavored, though, that oil can be test it. I know. For those of us who have decided to make the farm visit, we have some surprise for you. Don't worry. Well, I'm sure they are going to comment about it and report it to those of you who are watching virtually. But you know, that's also to encourage other subscribers, other members of the Remote Agri platform, that our farm visits are important, beneficial. So some of the things that we are saying today will be the experience of some of the people that are here for the farm visit. So I know when we get to that, we will talk about it. So I can talk about the employment opportunity. I can talk about the financial opportunity from, you know, logistics management, inbound, outbound. We can talk about industrial benefit.
Return on investment.
Okay, we have not gotten to that point.
It's very sure. Return on
Please, let this be very. I want this to be recorded and well captured. Please, now, returns on investment.
Return on your investment is sure if you do it right. It's sure. It's sure. It's only if you are trying to cut corner. If you do what you are supposed to do, if you follow the guidelines of raising pig, you get your money back 100%. Let me say times 2.
Returns on investment is very sure. Failure rate is very low. Success rate is very high, as long as you do what you are expected to do. As long as you are not cutting corners. And that's why the Yoruba people will say that it's only the person that knows the road that you should follow. Follow somebody who knows the road. We are not talking about anybody who, we are just ahead. Follow the people that you know, that they know the road to where they are going, and or where you also want to go. If you know you have somebody who knows the road very well, some people will say, follow Google now. Google too knows the road. Google Map. Okay, yes, Google Map. So follow those people and follow them very well. Follow them like a diligent student, and be sure that you arrive at your expected destination. Returns on investment is very sure. You've heard that. I mean, can you imagine buying a pregnant pig in 2018 for 80,000 naira, and now selling a pregnant pig, depending on the breed, because that is also that's also the secret. That's also the secret. Depending on the breed, that's selling now in this farm. You have a pregnant pig, and somebody is interested in buying a pregnant pig from this farm. A pig that has been properly crossed, all right, is about 400K. From 80,000 2018 to 400K in 2025. That's about 6 years. And you're also talking about growth, expansion. Now, in piggery, from starting to growing and to expanding the business, what is the average duration? You say, okay, I want to start today, and I want to grow, I want to expand It will take. Does it take 30 years? How many years does it take?
Depends on
The target.
the person.
Yes.
The target of the person, the vision, the mission, and the projected growth you have set for yourself.
Okay.
So some years back, I decided, okay, I don't want plenty animal. I want it this way. I want it that way. You understand?
Yeah.
If I want plenty animal, there is possibility for me to expand
The farm.
Because the room, like this one I was telling you yesterday,
Yeah.
there were 9 now. There were supposed to be 4.
Oh.
And there were supposed to be 6. This place is too crowded.
Crowded now as it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is crowded.
Oh, this is a big room and they are doing well.
I've been big. You know, we are in each time.
Okay.
See, he's looking for where to sleep. He leave everybody. He's edgy. So you want to sleep, you are at there.
Alone.
If you don't want anybody to disturb.
Look at the rest.
See this one now. He's targeting that one to leave. And he will lie down, he will sleep. They are finishing their food. Immediately they get occupied in their stomach that, okay, Motiyo, then you just go and lie down. And when you have that, you don't have problem. They won't disturb. You will come here, you will think they are there.
They are there.
You thought, but you get busy.
No,
they'll be sleeping.
because you are taking care of them very well.
They
will just leave.
They can sleep 3 hours. So if they are hungry, they will just stand up and look for food. If they don't see food, then they will start disturbing. That's the only thing. So you can see that one. You see. Maybe that's where he used to sleep. So he wants to tell that one to leave there. Me, I want to sleep. So you understand? So
No, let's see this drama. Stay on them. Let's see the drama. Let's see what that drama is doing. Wow.
you want to sleep. That's
Wow. Wow. These are interesting beings. All right. They are very interesting. Yeah, and they are not just interesting to look at. They are very interesting to
invest on.
To invest on. And that is the major reason we are doing this. All right. We want our investors, we want our friends, we want our subscribers, we want our believers to know that we are committed to this 100%. We are hands on deck people. We are not just office-based farmers. We are not just computer-based, or innovation, agric tech innovation driven, or fintech, agricultural fintech company. We are not just, added to all of that. All right. You are only going to add all that to who we are. We are core production company. We are enhancing production. We are aggregating the producers. We are solving all of the problems in between from A to Z of agriculture, from production to consumption. All of the in between is what we are hell-bent on solving. We're bringing the farmers together because we ourselves, we are farmers. All right. I'm glad to always say it anywhere that I'm hitting my 20 years mark in the industry as a practicing farmer. And in fact, people would always ask me, when are you going to retire from the field? And you can see my brother is laughing that is it going to be possible? Is it going to be possible? So we are hands on deck. All right. So this is who we are. And if we tell you that when you do this, you have a sure bet. All right. You have a sure bet. It's guaranteed. So that is what this is about. Please just keep subscribing to own a pig farm remotely. I'm sure Dayo, you can keep posting the link for those the investments documents, let people read and subscribe. Subscribe. As we speak today, to raise a kilogram of pig in 7 months is still 2,000 naira, and you can do it in multiples of units that you are capable of doing. In fact, we have people who have subscribed before who are now increasing their subscription as we speak. So if you have people who are increasing their subscription, how much more you that you have not started, please, is important. Not even only that, just because you can now be sure that these people are real. We are talking about our referral program, where you can tell your friends, where you can tell your families, so that together we are creating employment opportunity. Together we are creating industrial processing, manufacturing opportunities. Together we are bringing about innovation in the sector together. So that subscription to the package is very important. I'm sure we have questions buzzing on the platform as we speak, and if you haven't typed your question, please go ahead and type your question. We are ready to answer all the questions. That is what the farm visit is about. We are real, we are doing it, we are down to earth about it. So I want us to attend to okay, we have 2 questions. Okay, yes, let's have the questions and we can attend to the question. I get the IORA assurance. It's 100%. I hope I'm right. Yes, you are very right. What we are saying is on the process. What we mean by that is on the process that if you set up a farm, all right, that it is sure. That's what we mean by that 100%. So we are not talking about your unit investment. Your ROI on your unit investment is 25%. What we are saying, or what we said, what I know that
it's an assurance statement.
It's an assurance statement that when you run piggeries. Now let me quickly explain that. People talk about crop failure. People talk about venture loss. Oh, okay. I'll give an example that we have shared before. If you do poultry, for example, because poultry birds are not as resilient as pigs, you can have venture loss on poultry. You can just get to the farm and you find out that 1,000 birds, a 1,000 birds farm is now 0 birds farm in 1 week. But you don't have such situation in piggery. That's what the assurance statement is meant. That's what that assurance statement meant. That it's 100% guaranteed that you will always have your investment back. All right. So, but for our own 2,000 naira per kg investment, you have a guarantee of a 25% returns in 7 months. That is what we are saying. So you can be sure. If you now take that assurance statement, you now bring it into that investment model. It's also saying to you that that investment is sure. That once you do your 2,000 naira, you are sure of your 2,500 in 7 months. And of course, in multiples of 2,000 naira per unit of investment. So that is the response to that question. Yes, we want to attend to other questions. Anyone that is technical, I'm sure I'll push you to. Oh, okay. Now answer this question.
Is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed, like I said, is it today I said it, I talked about the religion fallacy. It is only most of us around this Muslim
Southwest.
area.
No, maybe not necessarily, particular religion, because even some Christians don't eat pork for religious reasons.
Yes, I understand.
So,
Jesus said
all right. So you can understand that. So where religion, where the issue of religion does not really hold. In regions where the issue of religion does not hold, where those people have understanding very well. Southeast of Nigeria, my southeast people,
with the help
my south people,
with the help of Okeano in Lagos, there is this shortage of pork meat in Lagos. They still come here to come and buy from Lagos.
Despite the fact that one of the largest production hub in the southwest is Lagos. In pig farm, I know very well the Agric Axis did a fantastic job in making piggery become so popular. I started learning about piggery from the age of 13. Yes, I learned about piggery at the age of 13, thanks to my dad. Okay, and we had our teachers, we had our mentors coming from Agege then in Lagos, because hey, Lagos people. So despite the fact that you have that production of, and we now have big farm estates, even in Ikorodu. Despite, and whatever Lagos people decide to do, they do it full scale. It's always in massive quantity, very light. But despite that, there is still the shortage of pork in Lagos. And as we are, this is Ile-Ife in Osun State. About, you cross from Lagos, you cross Ogun, you cross Oyo, before you come into Osun, and you will drive past a lot of town before you get to Ife. In fact, this particular community is a border town between Ife and Ijesha. All right? So, and it's a big hub for piggery. It's another discussion for another day. Where we are is a hub. It's a hub. I'm sure we have more than, in this current location, we have more than 50 pig farm.
That is big, not small.
Not small, big. So imagine the scale of operation in Lagos. Despite that scale of operation in Lagos, buyers from Lagos still come here to buy. Buyers from Warri, that's the south now, they go as far as the Okeogun axis. They go as far as Ogbomosho.
Go as far to Kavansha in Kaduna.
So they go as far as to Kavansha in Kaduna to buy, to take to the southeast and the south. You call a buyer today, give the buyer a good price. You will be shocked to see them land in your farm the following day. There is never a time where we have a glut in the market. So take that for it. I think we have another question. All right. Oh, yes. How are you overcoming the challenges of the difficulty of getting vaccines? How are you overcoming that?
We have supplier. The only major issue is the high cost of it. It's not that we don't get it; we get it through a supplier.
So there are suppliers, like you've heard. There are suppliers. See, now when he was talking about the opportunities in the sector, we didn't talk about the value chain opportunity in the input side. That's also another side to it. there is that supply of all of the inputs. Talk about food, you talk about even technology. The technology. This farm, as we speak, the animal drink by themselves. They use what we call the nipple drinker. And there are so many more technology that can be adopted. So the opportunity for whoever is trying to come into the sector is humongous, as long as you are ready to play and you are ready to play well and play big. Playing big is very important because it's always a game of number. So I don't know if we still have any other question. In the absence of any question. Okay, quick one. Let me joining the remote agric production system. How has it been like for you? That you joined, you like, no, when we came, we spoke to you about the idea, you were like, okay, you just jumped on the bandwagon. If it's from my brother, I'm going to do it. Now, have you met with any form of disappointment since you joined the platform?
No disappointment.
No disappointment. Please help us to make this a loud one. You can hear, you've heard it from the farmer himself. No disappointment. What do you want to tell our people? What do you want to tell our people? The remote agric subscribers, remote agric investors, remote agric is working on grants, working on investment, working on equity. You know, we are asking for equity investment. We want, the company is huge. The mandate of the company is huge because the challenges within the agricultural sector is humongous, is daunting, and we are set out to try to solve as much of it as our lifetime will allow us to do. So, yes, there hasn't been any disappointments, except that we want more investment.
Yes.
Please say that to them.
Yes.
Say that to them.
We want more, though. Like the question you asked is, what did I have to tell our people? What I will say is, I will beg you, don't be afraid. Don't be scared. I know we are all trying to put our money to where we can see the money. And right now, you can see that you can see your money. You can see your money. We are calling on our people at the diaspora and the one between the country. When we are talking of Dangote, talking of Obasanjo, talking of all these big companies, they started somewhere, and by the help of people around
them, yes,
they were able to grow. And today we can call them the employer of labor. This is one opportunity to solve
unemployment,
to solve plenty problem in our society. to solve it with this remote agric. If as a person, we see that, when you first of all come and meet me and discussing with me, I was saying, all these things, I mean, I'm not interested in it. I don't, but when I look at the things you have been doing all this while, when I started going on with you on the WhatsApp, on the Zoom, on everything, when I started there, and I see that, no, this thing is what we really need as a farmer to grow ourselves and to grow the farm. So I'm begging our investors, please key into it. Let's put hands together. Yorùbá ní ọwọ́ wẹ ọwọ́ lọ́wọ́ fi ń mọ́. If we want our country to be among the nation that will be producing, please, let's key into it. And if you want a better Nigeria, let us go into this agriculture. Without production, we are nothing as a nation. Please, let us join hands together.
All right. On that very note, I want to say thank you for staying tuned. I'm going to be handing us over to Dayo Adetiloye. my co-chief, my co-founder, and the CEO of Remote Agric Integrated Services Limited. We are not just, we are an integrated service company. And yeah,
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Hope you'll be enjoying the section from all our subscribers from UK, from US, from Nigeria. Want to appreciate you for staying tuned. So this first edition of what we are doing today is for the farm. Very soon we are going to move to the field to see your yam heap. All right. I know you have been eager to see. Some of you have done 1,000 heaps, some 500, some 200, even some 10. So in Remote Agric, we give you the opportunity to partner with us. There's nothing like I don't have money. It's nothing like we don't want to be hearing things like that. So we've made it so easy for you for this peak. With 20,000 naira, you can come on board. That is 10 units. 20,000 naira, you can be part of this. So if you are trying to see, I want to test on it, I want to see if it's going to work or not. With something as little as 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira for 10 units, you can come on board. However, if with all the things we have been saying today, you really want to come on board and partner with us, you can do 2,000 units. You can even do the 5,000 unit that we are targeting for 1 month sales.
Yeah.
All right. So you can just come on board if you want us to. If you want to come at the level of private placement, we are open for all this conversation. Just reach out to us. We are here for you to solve the real challenge that we have in Africa, which is the food insecurity. This is one of our number one drive. I usually say this. I bought a tuber of yam from the market. After cutting it, in less than 30 seconds, the face started turning to red. And this is what human beings are going to consume, not animal. Human beings. And that's the reason why we need to join in producing quality food in the market. And we are starting with own a yam farm remotely, and we're also starting with own a pig farm remotely. You are the one owning it remotely. Have you ever used a remote control before? You know that you don't have to be there, like you don't have to touch the TV before things will work. From a distance, you can just start pressing a button. That's the concept. That from where you are in the UK, in the US, in Lagos, anywhere you are, you can own a farm remotely. And that's the reason why we are doing this farm visit. This farm visit, some of you are joining virtually and you are asking questions. Somebody asked question on the market. You said you didn't hear about the response for the market. And we are telling you there is huge market.
Huge market.
Huge market.
We have never,
right?
We are in close to 20 years of my being a farmer, I've never had issues with sales of any of our produce or products. Just take that.
If you have say 100 kg of pig right now you want to sell, just reach out to us. Just to let you know that the market is there. If you don't know where the market is and you need consultation, we are open to that. We can also charge you. You know, we are integrated service provider. So we charge you on that. We show you where the market is. There is huge market in this sector. Another thing that somebody asks is about the vaccination, which also more emphasis has been placed on that. That it could be expensive, but it's available. It's available. So we are going to round up this section now, and in the next, say another 15 to 20 minutes, we'll be live on the yam farm, which is a major one from our own side as well. So just stay tuned as we move from here. Thank you. So we're just going to pause our video, but just stay on your Zoom, stay on YouTube, and in the next few minutes, you'll be live on the yam farm.
Get a life consultant. Second day, they take you. Get a life consultant. I think they say that about you guys. Yeah, I'm try. Yeah, they're gentle from out there. Just try. Try. There are so many consultants who are killing there. Gentle from what they are. They keep contacting them. You have to keep contacting them. They are going to kill anything to that. But then, it will take you money and show you the path. Let's say, it's in your day, so you are around. Find a right consultant, pay the money, make you live with the option. If you think you won't get money, find a consultant, get better, make you help you better. In all, you make you the money. If you don't have a consultant, get better. No, you can make it best. Unless you don't get one person. The structure will be wrong. You go work out. To get the right person, do the time will be for you. As time goes on, the profit will get from the better. You get house, but they don't have this particular house. Yes. Zero. Maybe the biggest. I will start with kids. I know some of these kids. When you see the data, you are the total. Okay. Zero. Straight $4,000. Just like that. You need the data. You get her the certificates. Right now, they think the best the same day. My time for that. So we need to get a right person. I believe say the people. So I know. So